right, we'll call the regular time meeting to order, please. We'll have a moment of silent meditation. All right, we have pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we're going to have a motion for adoption of the agenda, please.
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second. All right, the motion is second, adoption of the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. I forgot something, I'm going to do it too, to make sure. Let's have a roll call, Melissa.
Yes, sir. Mayor Owens.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Selby.
Here.
Commissioner Borland.
Here.
Commissioner Collins.
Here.
Commissioner Mann.
Here.
Commissioner Stetson.
Here.
Commissioner Wickstrom.
Here.
All right, good. We have
James.
a quorum, and the group's all here. Have a motion to the consent agenda.
I move to adopt the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, we adopt the consent agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Noes, the ayes have it. We have a consent agenda. Okay, Melissa.
Mr. Mayor, item 5 on your agenda is public comment. Members of the public are invited to address the Board of Commissioners on any topic. Public comment is not intended to require the board to answer any impromptu questions or to take any action on items brought up during this period. Speakers will address all the comments to the board as a whole and not one individual. Discussions between speakers and members of the audience will not be allowed. Time limits are 3 minutes per person or 5 minutes per group. Please come forward to the lectern and identify yourself so your statements can be recorded.
Good afternoon. My name is Rodney Benson, and I and Sarah live at 309 Agona Street. And where we live, I can see most of the traffic all the time going up and down Agona Street. I would like the town to consider looking at coming out of Manteo, making Agona one way and creating a bike lane or a walking lane, and already on the other side, Fernando has a sidewalk and it's one way. And I think there's some opportunities there because I see U.S. food trucks and everything else trying to come down. They cannot get around one another. Thank you.
Anyone else? Would anybody else like to be heard at public comment period? Hearing none, we'll close public comment period.
All right, Mr. Mayor, item 6A under new business on your agenda is a budget amendment number 6 for fiscal year 2021, 2022. And we do have Finance Director Dowdy here, and she's available to answer any questions if you might have them. And if you don't have any questions, then a motion would be in order to approve the.
All right. Any questions from the board?
So the tax rate is the same as was last year?
Yes, sir.
So the taxes didn't go up?
Well, and that's actually for the next item on your agenda. This is for a budget amendment number 6 for this current fiscal year.
Okay, sorry about it.
No, that's okay. So what this does is it increases funds in the police department. They received a grant from 7-Eleven, so it increases those dollars, and then moves it into community policing. And then the second part of the budget amendment is that it shifts around. You all will recall that maybe 3 or 4 meetings ago, you adopted the ARP ordinance. And so this just follows that ordinance and shifts the money around to the appropriate place for those dollars as well.
All right, a motion's ordered, Melissa.
Yes, sir.
Could we have a motion to the budget amendment number 6?
I'll make a motion that we approve budget amendment number 6A. Or can I do them both, Melissa?
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second on budget amendment number 6. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Item number 6, under new business 6B, is consideration of fiscal year recommended budget ordinance for 2022, 2023. You all will recall that a public hearing was held on May 18th. I believe you received one comment. That was from Mr. Keeney. One of the requests that he had was that the speed radars be included in the budget. And we were able to find dollars to purchase those in this year's budget. We have ordered them, but they won't be received for some time. But that has been accomplished in this fiscal year. So it's not included in the budget because we were able to go ahead and do that.
Okay. Do we need a motion on this one?
You do, but I'm happy
It's
to
under
answer any
consideration.
questions, and Heather can help me if I need assistance.
It's under
on-
consideration,
It
that's
is.
why I asked you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right,
So the tax rate's still the same?
Yes, sir. There are no increases in the taxes.
all right, is there a motion for item number B, consideration of fiscal year recommended budget ordinance?
I move to approve the recommended fiscal year 2022-2023 budget as presented.
All
I'll
right.
second.
Motion with a second that we approve the consideration of fiscal year recommended budget ordinance, item A. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
And then item 6C on your agenda follows along with the budget, and this is consideration of the recommended fee schedule. When I presented the budget and fee schedule to you all a few meetings ago, I noted some of the changes that we're just clarifying in the fee schedule, and then the flat rate for electric car charging stations per site plan, not per individual unit. So there really aren't a ton of changes on the fee schedule, but we do need you all to adopt that as well.
All
I'll
right.
make a motion to approve the recommended fee schedule as presented.
Second.
Second, the motion and second, consideration of recommended fee schedule. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, motion carries.
Okay, item 6D on your agenda is consideration of general services contract for ultraviolet disinfection system and resiliency upgrade for our wastewater treatment system. Water and Sewer Director O'Brien is here to assist me in any questions you all might have regarding this very technical project. This is a project that will be funded very similarly by the state as a loan, similar to the Shallowbag Bay Pump Station project. When we get further along in the process, we will do a resolution to accept the terms of that loan, but we're not quite there yet. In the meantime, Green Engineering responded to our request for proposals for engineering services for this project. They, of course, they wrote the action plan to keep us compliant with the permit that we received from the state. So we have our first milestone that is July the 1st, but the state has agreed to extend that to August 30th. So we are ready to move forward. We've got Green ready to jump on this as soon as y'all approve this.
All right, we need a motion for this one.
Yes, sir.
All right, do we have a motion for consideration general service contract for ultraviolet disinfection system?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, motion second that we approve item D. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, Melissa.
So the next item, number 7 on your agenda, is a closed session to prevent the premature disclosure of an honorary degree, scholarship, prize, or similar award, and I'll defer to Attorney Gallup on how you make that motion.
If you want me to say it, I'll be glad to say it. Otherwise, I think it may be spelled out in a document that she's provided you if somebody wanted
Well,
to.
that's your prerogative.
I'll go ahead and just say it. It's a motion to go into closed session pursuant to NCGS 143-318.11A, 2, to prevent the premature disclosure of an honorary degree, scholarship, prize, or similar award.
So moved. Second.
All right, it's been moved to the second that we go in closed session in regards to what the attorney just stated. It's too long. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We will now declare ourselves in closed session. Should
We can go back to the library.
All right, well, we need to tell the people, we're going in closed session, for this will not take long. If you want to stay and see what happens, we're welcoming you, and we'll be right back at it, I'm sure, on this one, I think. And then we have mayor and commissioner comments and then adjourn, so you'll know. And so it's up your prerogative to stay or go, but we shouldn't be in there long. Okay, let's go in closed session. We have been in closed session. We got to declare ourselves out of closed session, and I'll leave it to the county attorney to talk about what we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
All right, can we have a motion? Wait a minute.
I move to closed session.
Second.
All right, it's been moved, got a closed session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, we're out of closed session. I think, Ben, don't somebody have to say something why we went in closed session?
You don't have to, but it's common, and I'll just say that
we
the
used
council
to.
considered went into closed session to prevent the premature disclosure of an honorary degree, scholarship, prize, or similar award, and discussed that and made a decision on that issue.
Okay, we're now out of closed session. Mayor comments, I don't have anything. Commissioner comments, Betty?
Yeah, real quickly, I just want to thank you, Mayor, for handling the pirate code request. Thank you so much for dead on it. And Melissa, thank you, and Frankie and his crew. They moved fast on that. Let's see, what else I got? I think that's it.
Okay. Ruth Jane?
I want to congratulate my awesome graduates in my youth group, Caitlin, Helen, Maris, Sarah Lynn, Emma, Elizabeth, Daniel, and Amanda. Congratulations, and we will all be praying for you.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Darrell?
Can we look into Rodney's comment about Laguna Street on the east side, right? Becoming one way. Can you all do the pros and cons for that for us? And
Yes, sir.
that's all I got.
Okay. Melissa, you'll take care of that?
Yes, sir.
And like I said, I don't have anything. Eddie?
No, sir, nothing today.
Sherry?
Yeah, I don't have anything either.
That all?
I know. It's
No,
shocking, isn't it?
No, I think it's wonderful. I'm with you. All right, Jason, that's the big one. I saved you for last.
All right. Well, I did mention before that I'd be stepping down after this meeting, and Ben tells me the proper channel is to have a resignation letter for town manager and Mr. Mayor here. So I got a full one sentence for you guys for your reading pleasure. I'll give it to you after the meeting here. But you know, for somebody who's had a lot to say for the last few years, I'll keep this very brief. But you know, it's it's been a pleasure serving this community, and I look forward to continuing to serve the community, albeit from a little bit further away for, at least for the time being. And obviously, everybody knows how special Manteo is. I think everybody up here does what they do, and everybody out there who volunteers so much does it because I love Manteo so much. And I know you guys will just, however you proceed, we'll keep doing a great job. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you guys and with you guys. So I'll see you later.
Well, I'd like to say this, Jason. You've been a total asset to the town of Manteo, you and your family. You have a wonderful wife, 2 wonderful kids, and I hope you're not making this a permanent thing. I hope you're planning on coming back in another life or during your retirement. I find this about you personally, that you've always had an open mind for every issue, not closed, and with your mind made up, you always listen to everything going on. And you have been a total asset to the town of Manteo. We're going to miss you and your family dearly.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to say something, Jason?
He knows I'll miss him, especially his daughter Caroline.
I wish you and your family all the best in your endeavors and success and everything that you do.
Thank you.
I ditto what was said, and hopefully you'll return, like the mayor said, after retirement, kids are grown.
Don't
Jason,
forget, it's a good retirement area.
I know it.
I have one thing to say. Oh, I actually do have something to say. And what that is, you know, really good leadership is not always easy to find. But you stepped right in and you helped lead so many projects in this town. And I absolutely loved working with you, with your great ideas, and your commitment to show up again and again, even though you are so busy, 2 businesses that you were running. So I really want you to know how important your leadership has been to this town. And always know what a difference you have made in Manteo.
Thank you.
I'll say it was a pleasure working with you. I'm glad to know you, glad to call you a friend, and I wish your family the best, and I'm proud to have served with you. And I think you're a true servant, so I'm happy for not just our time here in Manteo, but your time when you go back home and your service there as well. So thank you for everything you've done for Manteo.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
Don't forget Dare Days this weekend. Michelle is about worn out, worked out, played out, everything, and along with Melissa. But Melissa and her have been working closely together on Dare Days, and I'm sure it's going to be a great one. So just don't forget it. And it is 3 days, not 1 day this year, so keep that in mind. All right, we have a need to recess until when, Jamie? June the 15th at 5 o'clock.
Mayor,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
There was one other thing that I was
Go ahead.
wondering about. Yes, and that is, given that our very highly functioning Board of Commissioners here will be down 1 person now, and I believe it's the purview of this group to appoint someone to replace and to continue the service until November 2023. I wonder if it would be appropriate with everybody or okay with everybody to think about nominating someone to serve in this position.
I know you have some suggestions. I have a suggestion I'd like to suggest, but you don't listen to you and then let me suggest.
My suggestion is Todd Clissold, and the reason for that is that because Todd has had a business here for, I don't know, 30-some years, I think, since the 1990s anyway, and that perspective I find to be so valuable, to have a business owner who who is downtown and has their ear to the ground and, you know, has a big vision for what's going on. Todd, I believe, really has that. That will be missed from Jason, so I think it would be great value to have Todd come in and do that. And also, Todd is such a public servant himself and, you know, participates in so many different committees and groups. So I would like to throw Todd Clissold's name out there as a person that I think would ably serve for the next year and a half in that capacity.
Well, if you've done this, now I will say, as you know, I do not have a vote or say so, even though I run my mouth a lot. I would concur with you on Todd, I will, because I can honestly vouch he's in his business at 7:30 every morning. Don't know why, but he's there. And he's been a big asset to the town of Manteo, and he does care, and he's been a vital part of the whole system, but that's where I'm gonna leave it. So we could either make a nomination tonight, or study it, or whatever you all want to do. I'm leaving it up to the board. Here again, I'm not into it. I've said my piece.
Ben, and I'll ask the attorney, is a process, can we do this? Yeah, I know, Mayor, you might have talked to him already.
I've dealt with this a few times. I've never actually had anybody get nominated at the meeting where the person left. But I believe you could. I believe there's a vacancy on the board. I believe that Jason's intention is to leave and to give up his residency, which would create an automatic vacancy, even in addition to the resignation. So I believe there is a vacancy. You could certainly appoint somebody tonight. You could do that via a nomination process where if there were multiple nominations, you could have multiple nominations, or someone could make a motion to appoint somebody to the board, and if there was a second and the vote passed, then that person would get appointed. There's multiple different ways to do it, but I think it's probably okay to do it tonight. I'd feel a little more comfortable if it was at the next meeting, but because I've dealt with that before, but I think it's okay if you wanted to do it tonight, now that Jason has tendered his resignation and there's a vacancy on the board.
All right, I'm gonna stick my neck out and take a chance as prerogative as mayor. I'm gonna ask for a motion. I can do that, can't I, Ben?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Could we have a motion to name Todd Clissold as a replacement for Jason tonight?
I would like to make a motion to appoint Todd Clissold as the replacement for Jason Borland on the Board of Commissioners through November 2023, I believe.
And the statute will
Who
drive
says it?
Me.
Betty.
the
Okay.
term.
All right.
Am I
there's a
supposed
mo-
to vote on this?
Well, I did
No,
want to say,
I
I
don't
think
think you can.
technically I'm considering you to be off the board.
Okay,
If he's officially resigned, he's not.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a motion and a second on the floor that we appoint Todd Clissold as,
Mr. Mayor.
I'd
Ms.
like to
Brett.
say one thing. Sherry said downtown, which he does, but he has reached out through me for my community as well. With him showing up to meetings, that tell me he's interested in what we do as a town council. But he reaches out to me, you know, in addition to downtown on the west side, and I appreciate that time.
all right, is anyone, we have a motion, was there a second? You had a second?
Yes, sir.
On the floor to appoint Todd Clissold as the replacement for Jason Robards to fulfill his term as Commissioner of Town of Manteo until whatever date it was, somebody said.
November 2023.
November, anyhow. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Welcome aboard.
No, really, I mean, Jason, you are going to be missed, and you and I have become good neighbors, and you have been a lot. I think this council and town itself is so much in front of us right now and on the table. I think you guys have done a great job, and I think there's a lot to be continued, and I think, you know, there's going to be some big decisions to be made. And it's an honor,
you'd asked me this a year or two ago, I'd probably said, you know, I've got so much going on, but I do love it. It's almost like I feel like I've grown up here my whole life. I moved here in '91. I've been in the same building since '91. I've been blessed with good business. I do try to feel like I'm a good neighbor. And I do have my ear to the ground. Sometimes I wish I didn't have it quite to the ground because I hear it from the restaurant, you hear it from all sides. But I'm honored and I appreciate it and I look forward to it. So thank you all very much.
Welcome aboard. We'll see you at the next meeting.
Mr. Mayor,
All right.
if you wanted to, I don't know if Jamie's prepared to do it tonight, but there is one more step in the process of making him a council member, and that would be to swear him in. So if he isn't sworn in, he can get sworn in anytime, and you could do it more of a ceremonial swearing in at the next meeting, or have him sworn in whenever
Let's wait
Jamie's
till the
ready.
next meeting, because we need to do it a little bit proper instead of just standing up and raising your hand and say, I do. We'll swear Todd in at the next meeting officially.
Thank you all very much.
All right. Anything else come before the board? We stand in recess.